Hello, hello, my loves. I will be back momentarily. I'm just going to let everyone kind of come in. This is gonna be just like a collective reading. So it's not gonna be a super long live, probably about 20 to 30 minutes, but I'm gonna get these messages out quickly. They're powerful and I'm excited to share with everyone. I have 13 recorded readings right now. And I still have more that I'm recording, but I have 13 that are uploading. Well, that I'm like uploading and uploading, so they're just like waiting in queue to be uploaded. I've been busy, busy, busy. Hi, my loves. Hi, my loves. Okay, I'll be back. I'll be back. Hi, guys. Hello. Hello, hello. All 33 of you in the house right now. Let me get the live chat up. Hello, hello. It is morning time where I'm at. So I'm starting this live. It was scheduled for 10:55 a.m. for where I am. So happy Monday, my loves. Happy Monday. I hope that everyone had a good weekend. I hope everyone's doing amazing. As you can hear and see, I'm sounding much better. Yes, Cindy, you nailed it. It's Miss Cinderella. I still have a lot of congestion and I'm still, really disgustingly hacky. But so sorry guys if some of that shows in the reading. I shouldn't say sorry. I posted a thing the other day about that, about saying sorry for things that you shouldn't say you're sorry for, because words are spells, right? And it's not like I'm not, I feel bad, but why, right? Like that's like a shaming thing. That's like an ego thing, right? Like, oh, I'm so sorry, or like, I don't know, just little things like that, right? So I'm trying to be more aware of those types of things, So, you're welcome, sassy lady. You're welcome. Of course. Of course. Speaking of which, I posted on the community page this morning, swans, and then a soulmate card with penguins. And then this morning, I had a huge flock of geese fly over my house. It's soulmates coming into union. It's us coming into our flock and our tribe. And speaking of which, I'm gonna start right this second. We have 4 in the chat, my loves. Let's get those likes up. Of course, they will get up the more that we begin, okay? So let me go ahead and just start by clearing some energy here, all right? So go ahead and just take a deep breath in. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly and get it all out. Oh, let it go, okay? Let it go, all right? Okay. I always love that. I'm getting some pounding on my right side, the right temple. So that's the masculine side. Okay. All right, so I have several messages that I need to get out and share. This is I posted on my story last night on Instagram that I had, you know, somewhat of a heartfelt message. I almost just dropped this, one of my selenite wands. I never connect and channel without selenite near me. So, hi, lovey. Hello, Royal Integrity. Hello, gorgeous. I love the blue butterflies. So speaking of butterflies, so there's a lot of transformative energy. This month, Aries season, is a month of, you know, I want to say reset and action. All right. So there's a lot of like reset. It's like hitting the clock, reset, the timer, reset, 0. It's back to 0. So there's this reset energy, okay, collectively. Now, it's a collective reset, all right? It's a collective reset, a recharge. I think I actually put something here in my channeling notes. You guys know, okay, again, this has been something that I haven't been doing probably for the last like few months. Again, me personally, my loves, I have gone through a massive shift and transformation. The last several months, I feel like myself personally, that I've been going through another dark night of the soul, per se, right? Where it just feels like you're going dark into the dark shadows, into the depths, into the shadow, right? And that's what you're facing. What are the things that I need to shift in regards to myself, my physical body, my emotional health, my mental health? What are the things that just are not working? Every time I get up, I do the same thing over again. Boom, I hit another wall. Knocks me down. Boom, I get up, do it again. Boom, knocks me down. Get up, do it again. Boom, knocks me down. Every time you hit a fucking wall. Those are the things that you gotta shift. So what are your walls? What are your walls? And I'm not perfect, so don't even sit here and try to be like, I don't have any walls, right? Not like you guys would, but we all have stuff that we're working through. We all have these layers, whether they are super apparent or more subconscious or non-apparent to you. But this is that time, okay? So for me personally, this is the heartfelt, you know, part of the message is, you know, I feel like oftentimes readers or just spiritual people in general who are here assisting in the collective healing and ascension of consciousness and all the things, right? You know, we are people too. We're, right, just human, normal, regular, everyday people. And we are going through the same things that you're going through as well. Might just show up differently, but this is definitely a time of, you know, you can't run. You can't run. You can't even hide anymore. Used to be you could hide. You could hide under being asleep. You could hide under your 3D matrix consciousness. You could hide, you know, by saying, I didn't know any better. I was ignorant to it. I didn't know, you know. But now you're awake. You can see. You do know the difference. There is no more excuses. You cannot hide. And the question is, what are you doing with it, right? Where are you going with it? Okay. So for me, I feel like for the past, like I said, like 3-4 months, it's been extremely, I went within. I've gone within. I really started secluding myself. I started going even more introvert. Now, there's been moments, of course, where I, you know, hang out with my soul tribe, or, you know, where I was living before, there was always people in and out, always people around. For me, I'm very hermity, so I'm like, ugh, like that puts me on edge. But it was also good because it was kind of forcing me to interact and things of that nature. But it really was a time where I needed time to myself. I needed to be alone, and I wasn't getting that. So I was getting very frazzled energetically, and I was getting very drained energetically. The word would be siphoned, okay? Because when you're super, you know, of the light and your energy is that way, it doesn't matter whether it's consciously or subconsciously. A lot of the times, if there's other energies around that are in lower vibrational frequencies, if they have attachments, reptilian enforcements, archon things, like, you know, anything like that, right? They may not even be aware of it, this poor innocent soul, right? But then I'm one of those people where I have laser senses, and I can see and feel and sense when there's like dark entities, people with attachments, things of that nature. I just know it. You can't fool me with it, right? It's one of my gifts per se. So I feel now that I'm in this space where I was manifesting a very specific home for myself, a Shambhala, a place of sacred space, calm, quiet, something out in the country, because I'm a cowgirl, and it's in my soul, it's in my blood. You won't ever see gypsy cowgirl living in a high populated metropolis type area, ever, 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 ever. If anything, you guys are going to see me go farther and farther and farther into the country and mountains, because it's just who I am. Now, there's plenty of light workers, and we're all needed for different reasons, who are very attracted to the city and being around lots of people, and they can help transmute the energies in that way. And I'm so grateful for these light workers who help to shift and create balance in these areas, because I'm not one of them, you know, but that's not a part of my journey, right? So my whole point here is, well, there's a lot of points actually. You guys are going to be, I'm sure many of you guys have been feeling the same way, where maybe over the past 12 months even, right? We started with Aries season, a new energetic new year. The new year is not the calendar new year that we celebrate on 12/31 and 1/1, although energetically it's so hyped up on a collective level that there is a lot of newness that is, you know, manifested around that time. We'll say that, okay? But the actual new year is now. The time is now. The fresh beginning, the fresh starts, the clean slate, the Aries energy, in the regard of it helps to pump you up. It helps to fuel the fire within, and it helps you to start creating consciously and intentionally where you want to go and what you want to do, okay? The message here is, I'm right there with you. It is okay to feel like, and I recorded a message about this a couple days ago that came through very strongly, as far as don't give up now, don't lose hope now, you're so close, okay? You know, for me personally, I've already been witnessing the fruits of my labors. I've already been witnessing, you know, the manifestations, 3D manifestations of what I've been manifesting, as far as starting my channel, you know, starting to build my business, starting to, you know, really make a name out in the collective for Gypsy Cowgirl Tarot, right? And that's where I'm at now, and that feels good, and it's expanding even on that, and there's other doors opening and all the things, right? But of course, there's so many other things that I want to manifest and that I want to see, you know, into my reality. And I've had to sit with it, okay? I've had to sit with it and go, okay, what do you really want, all right? Because all the time, it's very easy for us to go, yeah, I want a divine counterpart. Yeah, of course, I want a job that makes more money. Yeah, I want the career of my dreams. Yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that. But like, are we really tapping in to the energy of that manifestation and what we really want? And are we really being, you know, forthcoming with that? My guess is no. It's just something that you think about a lot, you know, like counterpart, love. Oh yeah, I'm alone still. Oh yeah, I'm still single. Oh yeah, my person's still not here. You know, that kind of stuff. And for me, that is, you know, it's obvious. But for me, that's also, if it's something that like really deeply affects you, that like, oh shit, I'm still alone, then that just shows you that there's more work to do within yourself, because you're not, there's separation within self. You're feeling separate from these things instead of whole with these things, right? But this is a month to be very intentional, my loves, okay? So what your guides want you to know, what your guides are now, for some of you guys, you're getting these messages, you're receiving these messages, and you're on point with everything. Your intuition's on point, your psychic visions are on point, you know, what you feel and sense is on point, you know, all of that. But for a lot of us, you know, even myself, right? I miss the signs from my guides, from my angels, from my ancestors. You know, I miss things, and I know I do. Okay, so that's what this message is. It's about what you possibly are missing and what it is that they want to show you. One big thing is that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to not know where, you know, your next, you know, dollar bills are coming from. You know, it's okay to feel low. It's okay to feel detached. It's okay to feel isolated, right? Okay, it's okay. So what your guides are coming through and saying is like, give yourself permission to be okay with these things. A lot of you guys are parents, you know, you have, you know, maybe high demanding jobs. I can resonate with that. Yeah, sure, I own my own business. Sure, I have my own hours, I run my own business, but, you know, I'm still working with people. So I have to accommodate to their schedules, right? I have to, I do have a very high demand job where people count on these readings, these messages. If I get sick or I go away or I'm, you know, I get messages and comments from people that are like, oh my gosh, like I've been waiting for you to post, or when are you coming back? I need these messages. I'm in such a low place. Or emails, you know, I need you, Erica. It's not for a reading or anything like that. I just need you. This is what I'm going through. This is what I've been encountering. I'm homeless. I'm sleeping in my car. I feel like giving up. I thought of taking my life 2 nights ago. These are the things that I get that no one sees, right? That's a lot for someone. One person, right? But that's what I signed up for. That's what I'm here for. So, you know, I think that sometimes, you know, and some of you guys can relate to this too. You know, it doesn't matter what you do for work or who you are in society or whatever it is in your community, okay? You, in one way or the next, feel like you gotta show up. You feel like you gotta show up. You feel like you gotta be there. You gotta be on your best A game. Because if you don't, blank. Right? Okay. If I don't show up to my job, I'll lose it. Right? If I don't perform in this month's quarterly review, I could be written up. I could lose my job, right? So we all have things that we have to step up to the plate for, right? But most of these things are 3D things. Okay, so here's another thing. 7 of Wands, pick and choose your battles. We only have so much energy. 1, fill your own damn cup. Fill your own cup. That's another thing that your spirit guides are saying. It's okay to fill your cup first, because you can't give to anybody if you don't give to yourself, right? I'm not preaching anything that we don't already know, right? It's just coming through so heavily at this time. Why? Because they want you to shed these old skins, these old things, these things that keep you feeling weighed down or stuck or heavy. Okay? Pick and choose your battles. You don't need to be spread so thin. Okay? And that's how I was feeling. That's how I still feel in certain ways. But these are what I've been working on. This is what I mean when I said I was going within. I know you guys probably don't really notice it a whole lot, because to you, I am present on the channel. I am present on the channel. But I'm not as present as I once was. Okay? That's what I've been saying over the last few weeks. I do feel like I'm in another dark night of the soul, heavy energy right now for me. Yeah. So a lot of the heaviness is that Plutonian energy. Okay, you're feeling a lot, that we're all feeling that, right? It's the Pluto rules the lower extremities. It's the lower chakras, right? It's the death energy. Okay? And right now Pluto is in the sign of Aquarius, which is a sign of being authentic and very real. Aquarius energy is, this is me. This, you know, they like real energy. Don't try to approach an Aquarius with false energy, fake energy, gaslighting energy. They will cut you down and go, no, right? So Aquarius and Pluto is the death card energy, but with that Aquarius energy of it's time to be real. I've got to be real, to be real. You know that song? Oh, real, 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 right? I've got to be real. That's this. And the things that are not real in your life are being broken down. Saturn is still doing work, right? Like, these lessons have to be learned, okay? So you guys have been learning. You guys have been shifting and learning. But I talked about this the other day in one of my readings. I called it, it's growing pains. Just like when we grow, we hit puberty and we have growing pains. Adolescents, they get growing pains. Their muscles stretch, their bones stretch, and it hurts. It feels like pains, right? Same thing that we're going through right now, you know, but it shows up in the form of depression. It shows up in the form of isolation, you know, withdrawal, sadness, deep thinking, you know, stagnancy. You could get paralyzed with fear. You could get paralyzed in like, I know I need to shift so much. I feel like all this change, I gotta do it. And then you just don't do shit because you just sit there in paralyzed fear. Mayred, I love it. Yeah, Aquarius is your rising. Yeah, so you've been feeling the Plutonian energy too. Yeah, and we're all going to be affected by it. I mean, that's why I said in the beginning, it's this month and going into May and Taurus season and what, but it's the reset. It's like the universe or our spirit guides or whatever hit the reset button, and now it's like the time, like all the clock is shifting back to zeros. You know what I mean? And it's going, okay, reset. All right. Okay, now it's action time. You know what I mean? So it is big. It's big. And I'm here to say, your guys are here to say that it's okay. It's okay to feel like shit sometimes. It's okay to be in the darkness, in the shadow. But we are truly now in the Northern Hemisphere. We are in the spring. This is the time of blooming. It is this first card in the thumbnail. I felt very called to use specific decks today. I just got this deck yesterday. It's the Psychic Tarot by John Holland, but it's the heart version, okay? So it's all specific around the heart and healing of the heart, okay? So this is brand new. Shika, I just can't seem to get out of my hermit energy. Yeah, a lot of people do. I'm telling you guys, like I've had to muscle through it. And that's why I'm telling you, I was blessed with this cold for a week. Okay, tomorrow, actually today is 1 week since they came and hooked up my Wi-Fi. And that night is when I got sick. okay? So I had 1 week of a slowdown. I mean, I was still working because I'm a psychopath. It's that Cappy in my chart. It's that Cappy. It's in all the right places. It's in all the right places. Okay, and then also I'm Aries rising and Aries moon. So Aries is kind of my shit too. So Aries season every year is kind of like, oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. I mean, you know, but it was the universe going, slow down. Like, you're not listening to us, Erica. You need to slow down. They'll send in the tower in all kinds of different ways. The tower could be bronchitis for 3 weeks, where you can't work. You know, maybe maybe you have a job, a corporate job, where you don't have the sick time, the vacation time. So if you're out, you're fucking out. You don't get a paycheck. You know what I mean? That's the kind of stuff. Tower is in all forms. I mean, that doesn't seem like big enough to be the tower, but for some people it is. Okay? A sickness can send you in within too, you know? Come in many different forms, you know. You could roll your ankle. You could roll your ankle on a walk. Okay, and that's the universe going, sit your ass down. Now you don't have a choice. You wouldn't listen. Now your ankle's rolled. Now you can't walk. Now you gotta sit. Okay? That's how they do it, right? So what is the universe telling to you? What are your guides telling to you? Okay? What are the things that they're really showing you? And you guys will know. You guys will know what it is that they're showing you. Okay? Is it your diet? Is it dieta? Do you have to change your diet? Do you have to change your physical routine? Do you have to change your daily routine? Are you not getting enough sleep? Are you getting too much sleep? Are you drinking enough water? Are you getting enough potassium? Listen to your body. Is your body craving bananas right now? Mine's craving bananas and smoothie bowls. I just did an Instacart last night to the grocery store, and I had hell of frozen fruits delivered. Okay? I bought a brand new NutriBullet. I have my vegan protein that I use. By the way, if you guys have never heard of Arbonne, it's freaking amazing. It is like the only vegan line that I will use as far as nutrition goes and things like that. I used to be a representative for them. I'm not anymore, so don't worry, I'm not trying to sell anything. But I legit love the product. I legit love the product, okay? It's a Swedish-based product, and they have skincare and makeup, and it's all super healthy, and it makes you glow, and it's from the inside out. But anyways, I'm taking all this very seriously. 111 in the chat, right, as I'm saying this. My body is telling me, Erica, okay? I've been feeling more tired, run down. It's not just the energy, and it's not just the things that being pulled on. It's literally my choices in food and whatnot, you know? I love pistachio ice cream, so I love getting Haagen-Dazs pistachio ice cream, and I'll eat a whole freaking pint of ice cream like that in one night. Hi, my loves. Ah, you guys all came in right at 111. Everyone's showing me the 111. I love it. Yeah, I saw it too. Maybe diet for me. I gained back all the weight I lost since May. But yeah, there you go. It's maybe. That's your higher self. It's not maybe, my love. You're hitting the nail right. Your higher self is going, yeah, that's an intuitive hit. That's your intuition, your higher self, telling your ego brain, your human muggle brain, it's time for this. I need to start running again. I've been saying that again. I bought new running shoes about 4 months back, and I was like, you guys might remember, I was like, I'm gonna start running again, because I've always been a runner in my 20s, and I loved running. I was a big runner. That's the only reason. There's 2 reasons, God bless whatever, that, you know, I have my body the way that I do, okay? I don't work out like crazy. I don't do anything. I walk a lot. I love walking and stuff. But I was a runner for a long time. I worked out for a long time. I had, you know, not a 6-pack or anything like that, but I had a very toned tummy. I had very toned arms. My legs looked like little, like soccer legs. I had the muscles above my knees and in my calves, and like, you know, I was very toned and fit, and like, but then I was in a really bad car accident where, by the grace of God, I don't know how I made it out back on alive. And then I was in a very bad horseback riding accident. Same thing. Same thing. By the grace of God. These are my near-death experiences, by the way, that I'm sharing with you. And this is all within like a few years apart, right? Well, kind of, actually. Never mind. The car accident was a long time ago. Like 13 years ago, 12 years ago. And then my horseback riding accident was really bad. And then, I mean, they had to cut my jeans and my boots and everything. I mean, it was bad. And then I was in a quad accident. I was riding a quad. What is going on with this? Hopefully you guys can. I don't know why it's saying connection lost. It's fine now. Okay. So anyways, I was in a bad quad accident. I rolled the quad, flipped the quad, and somehow, again, by the grace of God, there was a huge pine tree, and I missed smacking my body into the pine, which would have killed me instantly as fast as I was going, and my body and how small I am. But I landed right next to the pine tree. Literally, you guys, I'm talking like this far away. My arm was like twisted backwards, and I was like face down, so it was like this, more so. And the whole quad, ATV, was on top of me, okay? Just to give you guys an idea of how big I am, I'm 5'2" and a half. I always got to throw in that half, okay? 5'2" and a half, and I'm like 100 pounds, give or take. Sometimes I fluctuate up to 105. Sometimes I fluctuate down to like 98, but like give or take, okay? A lot of light workers have had these kinds of near-death experiences, or they have literally flatlined, gone to the other side and come back. And when they come back, they're awoken. They start their ascension journey. They, you know, all the things, you know, so yeah, it was big ouchies for sure. So yeah, I am a shawty. I'm short. I swear. Someday when I do like in-person meet and greets, okay, you guys will see. Like when you meet me, it's like when you meet a celebrity in real life and you're like, holy shit, the celebrity's hella small. You thought they were gonna be much bigger on screen, you know? When I worked for MAC Cosmetics, this was years and years and years ago, it was like, I don't remember what it was. It's the second highest volume store in California for MAC Cosmetics. It's a Valley Fair mall in Santa Clara, basically San Jose, California. But it's Santa Clara, and there's a mall called Valley Fair Mall, and it's got like all the things, right? Like it's like super high end. Anyways, the MAC store there is the second highest volume one. The first highest volume, well, it used to be, they call them flagship stores, is San Diego, and that's Fashion Valley. Or no, Sun Valley? Fashion Valley. I can't remember now. So when I was working with MAC Cosmetics and at that store, and right across the street, some of you guys may have heard of it, there's Santana Row, there's like this whole, anyways. I saw Kim Kardashian, she was there for something. I'm like, I'm not like I have nothing against, I pray for everybody, right? But like I have nothing against like Kardashians, it's just not my cup of tea, okay? As far as like what I can see and things of that nature. But anyways, this was a long time ago. And she was so teeny tiny. Like she's like me, but like even smaller. And like her sister Kourtney Kardashian's like only 4'9" or no. She's like right under 5 foot. So not 4'9". I don't know. They're all just like really small. And like I thought, you know, I'm short and I'm always known to be like the tiny one. Oh, Erica, the little one, like the, you know. And I was like, damn, she's smaller than I am, but with a, you know, big old booty. All right, so let me get back into the message. Oh, you guys are the best. Wow, you flatlined for 2 seconds. Wow. It's crazy. You know, like a lot of light workers, that's how their gifts are activated even. Like you guys know Shakina Rose. I mean, I don't know her. I've never met her, but she's a sister. She's a soul sister. I know she is. We've known each other in past lives. I always can feel How do I get a job at Mac? You have to take in a resume to a counter or like a Mac counter in Macy's or Nordstrom's or somewhere like that. They won't hire you at a store unless you've already previously worked for Mac. Like a Mac store, meaning it's not inside of another store. Okay, so it's like its own entity store, either in a mall or in a shopping center by itself, like things like that. But you have to, it's not like you can apply online, or they're real adamant about that. You go in and you hand your resume to them. I would ask for the manager. I worked in a Mac store in Houston. I love it. Of course you did, Mayrat. Of course you did. You work in the makeup or the cosmetic industry, or the, that industry. Ooh, we have 77777. Oh, now it jumped from 77 to 93 in like 2 seconds. Wow. But we had 77 people in the chat and then 77 likes. But yeah, resume. I would ask for the retail manager or the assistant manager. I wouldn't hand it off to an artist. Don't do that. Don't do that. But I was a manager. So I started as an artist, and I worked at a counter in Macy's, and very, very quickly worked my way up very quickly in management and stuff. But I was, really good. I was really good at what I did. And I loved the artistry side of it and helping people and all that. But what I couldn't do, because I'm a light worker, right? This is what I mean. Like, there's certain things our whole lives that just didn't sit well with us, right? And maybe we didn't know why exactly, but I just always felt like, God, this is not, like, I love it, but I know this isn't for me long term. Like, I can't function in this environment for like a long time. Like, there was people with like families, and like they were married, and like they had been doing it for 20 years with Mac, and I was like, how the fuck do you do that? Like, I can't. No way. No how. Not in this industry. They control your schedule. Here's some things you got to know before you go and apply at Mac, okay? They'll probably start you as a freelance artist, meaning you're on call for when they need you. People call in sick, or they need extra coverage on the weekend, or they have a large event for a new makeup launch or something like that is when they call you in for freelance. And then you kind of work your way from freelance to an artist, and then they'll usually start you at like 15 hours a week, 20 hours a week. Sometimes you might get lucky and be a 24-hour, 25-hour, but it's all part-time, under 30 hours. 30 hours for Mac is full-time. That's when you start full-time. So anyways, but Mac, they own your schedule. Weekends are mandatory. Don't ever think that you're going to get a weekend off. You have to put it in request way in advance. Then they have blackout, okay? Blackout is the holiday schedule. So nobody is allowed to request any vacation time, days off, anything like that. Don't even think about it if you work for Mac. During blackout, which starts, I want to say the beginning of October, the end of September, and it doesn't end until after New Year's. So for the whole holiday season, for October, November, December, for those 3 months, they own you. I mean, they already own you, but you know what I mean. So there was just a lot, and I just couldn't get down with the whole, I mean, I was in management, so like, I had to write people up for not making their sales goals, and for the Mac. Yeah, Mac is a matrix job. Yeah, most jobs are. Right? They are. So, but there is something needed. We're all needed for different reasons in different areas. Think of how many light workers work for Mac, myself included. I left a lot of light where I was. Trust me. There's still people to this day, like my old Mac friends, like that still work for Mac. and I'll comment and I'll say something like on a post of theirs or whatever, and they'll be like, when are you coming back? We miss you. You know you're not done with Mac? And I'm like, oh yeah, I am so done with Mac. I've been done with Mac for a long time, but that was any corporate job that I had. That was any, because it was my higher self and my soul going, you're really not meant to be here. That's why it doesn't really, truly ever feel like you fit, right? Just like in friendships, relationships, because we're meant for more. We're not meant to be there, right? So anyways, now I own my own business and I work 24/7. So there you go. How about that? You guys ever seen that meme? I wanted more time or something like that. I didn't want to be controlled or something like that, you know. So I started my own business and now I work 24/7. I mean, that is not a lie. That is not a lie. So, okay. So let me get back into the message where we at 41 minutes. All right. Definitely how I'm feeling right now, getting pushed out. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like that anywhere we go, right? Anywhere we go, anything we do, I mean, there's going to be those dense energies, darker energies around us, okay? Let me read to you guys really quickly a little bit about what I channeled out this morning, okay? So for some of you guys out there right now, well, just put it up, surrender it, you know, to the divine Ona. It'll all line up. It'll all line up, you know? It'll all line up. Okay, so the first thing I wrote here was priestesses, all right? So this could be high priestesses, high priest energy, but for me, it's specifically to the divine feminine energies and the priestess energy, owls, okay? So a lot of you guys who connect to owls, all right, this could be a message for you. Now, owls are pretty general as far as, you know, intuition and, you know, a lot of us like witchy energies and priestessy energies, we do connect to the owls, right? The owl is like intuition, it's wisdom, it's, you know, all these things, right? But for some of us, this was a very specific thing that I received as far as the owls go. You guys, including myself, in past lives, okay, in past lives, you actually had, you know, owl familiars, and you actually had owls that they worked for you. They worked for you. Meaning, what I put was they were used for spying on those who would do us harm. So we actually used owls. Owls are known to be an animal of spying, right? We used them to spy on those that would do us harm, to figure out what they were planning, what they were doing, basically to figure out the treachery that they were planning against us, okay? So that's one thing. And then I put the owls bring us counsel, Native American. Okay, so this is a past life energy here, past life oracle. I love that. I feel that in my heart, and I just had the most ridiculous giggle just now. It's owl spies. Yeah, I know. Well, I thought that was kind of funny too earlier when it came through. I was just like sitting out on my front porch, and I was listening to the birds, watching the birds and all things, and it was around the time that I saw the geese fly over, and I got the very specific message of the owl spies. The high priestesses use the owls for spying. Same thing with our ravens and our crows, but specifically the owls for some reason. I believe that's where, I mean, they do perch, but I believe that throughout time, that's a big way that the owls received the rap of being a spy, because we actually use them for spying on people. We would, Lilith with the owl vibes, absolutely, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. And also, speaking of all of the darkness and the shadow that I was talking about, okay? A lot of us are in these dark nights, these darker transitions where we're really facing the depths of the shadow. And depending on how far we are in our ascension journey and our healing journey, right? Because like for me, let's take me for instance, right? Like I'm vibrating at very high frequencies, right? And tapping into very high dimensions, okay? Going all the way up to the 12th dimension very easily, all the time, right? So for me, as far as what my shadow aspects are and the things that are coming up for me right now, right, is a lot of subconscious, dormant, stagnant energy from past lives that is trauma that is still instilled within my cellular memory and carbon-based DNA. Okay? That's happening for a lot of you guys too. So we're not just transmuting very on the surface things right now, you know? Oh, I need to change my diet. Yeah. Okay, these are very on the surface things. The things that are very apparent to us, right? But the things that are really big, okay, it's that deeper level of healing and transmuting. And that's for me the Lilith energy. So call on Lilith at this time. I mean, she's one of the, I mean, literally, I think I wrote her. Maybe not. I posted light codes that I got in my home yesterday on my community page. And I put like, this is Kuan Yin, Mary Magdalene, Isis, like all of the vibes. I think I may have put Lilith, I don't know. But Lilith is someone who's been around very heavily too. Okay, so Native American, all right. So a lot of you guys spent past lives as Native Americans living on the Native American plains. You could have just been incarnated during this time, the whole cowboys and Indians thing, even prior to that. Some of you guys were here way before any civilized, right, quote, right, humans came, okay? Such BS, I know, trust me, all the things. But you guys are very old souls, some of you guys, okay? So some of you guys are actually healing and purging. Alyssa Mel, I am Native American, I love it. So you're actually helping to heal and purge your generational lineage within your own self and your family and everything for things, I mean, horrible things that you had gone through and witnessed and encountered and all of that, okay? These are the type of things that we are transmuting. You know, you could just be like, God, like, I feel like I'm in a really dark place. But to be honest with you, like, life is not that bad. It's actually pretty good. Why do I feel like this? Well, could be things like that. So it's time to dive in. So let me just read real quick everything I wrote down. It's a very important time for you to have plants in your home and healing herbs. So it could be any type of plant. It could be succulents, flowers, roses. It could be, you know, nice, like a fiddle leaf tree or, you know, different things. But it's important for you guys to have plants around your home, okay? And I suggest having some plants in the home of healing herbs, rosemary, thyme, hyssop, just different things, maybe lavender, a little lavender, you know, plant, or, you know, a mint plant, or, but I do suggest a rosemary plant, even to have right out front or in your kitchen or somewhere for protection. Okay. Another thing that I channeled was for some of you guys, you are maybe feeling low energy, low vibration, low happiness, all of that. Okay, some of you guys, because you have other energies siphoning off of you, okay? You have people or other energies or entities, something siphoning off of you, okay? It could be several things siphoning off of you. So you could be feeling very low, lethargic, you know, stagnant, depressed, and it may not even be because of anything you're doing or did, okay? This could be, like I was talking about earlier, someone around you who, look at this, this whole message is about the high priest, high priestess. I started, the very first thing says priestesses. Priestesses. There it is. High priest or priestesses. Protectors of the earth. Okay? Some of us, okay, here, incarnated here, you know, we've been incarnating for, you know, over 30, 40,000 years. Okay? That's not like a crazy long, I mean, it is a crazy long time, but like, I mean, we're going back to Atlantis and prior to that. Some people here incarnated right now are from the original 144 that was split off. Like the original creation and split from source. Because you're needed here. So it's almost like, if you guys have been with me for a while, it's funny because I haven't said this for a while, and it's like one of my biggest sayings that I say. And I'm just now realizing that I haven't actually said it for a while. This is what I mean. I haven't been on my A game. I haven't felt like I've totally been here, you know? And now I feel like I'm coming back, and it's like, okay, now we're ready, right? Now we're ready. But something that I often say is the bigger the pain, the bigger the purpose. The bigger the pain, the bigger the purpose. How big has your pain been? How big has your loss been? How big is the heartbreak been? Okay, the bigger the pain, the bigger the purpose. Okay, you guys are very powerful healers. You're incarnated here at a special time. Communal living. If you live in a place like an apartment building, you know, mostly I'm getting an apartment building or like a condo duplex type, you know, community type deal or something like that. Even just a neighborhood. Oh, you're welcome, Heidi. You're welcome, love. Thank you to all of you guys who are in here. I'm recuperating right now from rolling my ankle. Oh, wow. Wow. I was talking about that. I forget what I was saying now, but, oh, the communal living, okay? This is your call, okay? You're a light worker in this place right now, okay? To be very specifically assisting and helping in the ascension, okay? So what I would do is, if you feel called, is to, you know, even go out in your backyard or just in your home or whatever, in your apartment, and just take a moment, you know, like a few moments to connect and tap in and connect to your guides, you know, call in certain angels, guides, and set the intention of sending out healing waves of white light and just whatever comes through to you naturally. I send out love. I send out the violet flame. I cover this space in an energy cocoon of blue light, white light, golden rays, you know, and you can envision you covering your whole city or your whole apartment building or your whole neighborhood. You mean you can go farther out, you can cover your whole state, your whole country, cover the whole globe. But there's something here where you're being called to tap in and to do that for your community, wherever it is that you're at. See this? That's what you're being called to do. I call forth my angels, my ancestors. I call forth my galactic team, my team of light. I ask you to assist me in protecting this space, this community, this neighborhood, this city. You could you know, light a white light, emanate that white light out. I feel this light emanating out into this apartment building, into this neighborhood, into this city, into this town, into this state. Okay? It's anchoring in that light. It's calling it in. It's anchoring it in. It's activating. And that's what you guys have the power to do. Don't be afraid. Phobias. See, that's another thing. Okay? Fear is the biggest waste of energy because it's a lie. It's an illusion. It's not real. Anything that you're afraid of is either stemmed from trauma, past life trauma, the ego, whatever, but it's not real. You know? Maybe you're afraid of dogs. You know, maybe you're afraid of dogs. Maybe you're afraid of dogs and you don't even know why you're afraid of dogs. Maybe you've just always been afraid of dogs your whole life. Big dogs scare you. Well, maybe it's because in a past life, you were brutally attacked by a big dog. Right? These are the things that we need to heal. That we need to go within about. It's okay where you've been. But here's the thing, we know better now. Now we know that we got to shift it. We got to change it. We got to transmute it. It's no longer okay to sit in those places because we now know better. Right? Okay. Authority figures. Many of you guys have been very powerful, authoritative energies in past lives. Okay, now this could also be people around you being authoritative to you. Okay, are you giving your power away to people? Are you fearful of certain people in your life? Does a boss scare you? You know what I mean? Your boss walk in the office and you're like, you can feel your heart sink. You can feel your anxiety rise up. You can feel your palms start to sweat, right? That's an illusion. Why does your boss scare you? Because they can fire you? Doesn't that sound silly? Right? When you really put things into perspective, you give your power away to people. Why? Or things. Right? But what I get here is you are the authoritative figure. You are the high priest, priestess. You are the one large and in charge. That's what I'm saying. The fear is the illusion. It's not real. What's real is love. Okay. Authority figures and then leaving or travel. This is showing me that there are phobias that you guys have that are stemmed from past lives. Okay. I love doing past life readings because you're Akashic. Your Akash always, it doesn't, I never know what past lives are going to come through, obviously. And in one past life session, an Akashic session, there's usually 1 to 3 past lives that come through in one session. Okay. And whatever past lives come through, I always connect and see things in your Akash that you went through or who you've been or different eras or whatever. And it always connects to this lifetime and to certain things that you're going through, you've been through, that you're afraid of, that you know, just anything. So it's very healing. It's really cool. But that's what I'm getting here. These phobias are directly tied to past life, to things that may have happened because you were a high priestess or a high priest. Okay? With authority figures here, what I'm getting is some of you guys were actually tribe leaders. You were like the chief or the wife of the chief or something like that, where you were, you know, in your tribe or in your community, okay, wherever that was, however that was. But for some of you, for sure, Native American energy here, you were very well respected. Okay, you could have actually been like the medicine woman or medicine man of the tribe. Okay, you could have been the healer. All right, knighthood. okay? Bravery, bravery, doing what's right. You're very shielded here, okay? All I'm getting here is be brave, be courageous, be honest. You're very protected. This is spiritual armor, okay? We always have to be protective of our own energy. You see this? Cost me $5 on Amazon. I cleansed it, I blessed it, and I put it on. This right here is powerful. And it came with this cute little bracelet too. Okay? And you guys know I never take this off. Even though the beautiful turquoise pupil fell out a while back. Okay? But I'm protecting my energy. Even though I know that I am very spiritually armored by my light teams. You know what I mean? All right. So let me go ahead and read the cards because we're already an hour in and I'm going to wrap this up real quick. Mostly this was about sharing, talking, connecting, okay? But it also was obviously about these messages of, you guys, I've been going through it. And I can't even tell you what, there's nothing. I didn't have my heart broken. I didn't, there's been nothing. It's just been me rising up in frequency, integrating, going within, trying to really connect. Okay, because I'm going through huge shifts, because it's the next level up of my life, my light work, my career, my relationships, everything is leveling up, just like many of you, right? So there's been this time of going within. And I've been going through it, right? I've had moments of depression. I've had moments of doubt. I've had moments of, anger. A lot of irritation. Just not feeling like myself. Right? Totally. And now I'm coming out of that. I want to say coming out of it. It's the tail end. We've also been in winter, which is the barren. It's the death. It's the cold. It's the detached. It's the icy. And now into spring, which is the opposite of that. Okay? So the very first card out that we got that's in the thumbnail is the second bloom. This is the Sisters of the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. It says, a second chance. It's never too late. New possibilities. That's what we're receiving in this moment. That's what Aries season helps to bring in too. Second chances, clean slates, but it's your second bloom. It's your second act. They're letting you know there's so much potential here. There's so much blooming here. This is second bloom. This is also, for me, a second bloom in love for some. It's, for a lot of you guys, it's a huge second bloom, meaning a huge second ascension. You've probably been through a lot, but just like myself, it's big. This is big. This was so big for me over the last few months that it set me into another big dark night. But now it's the second bloom. The Temple of the Rose, ancient power. I put that in the title. You harness ancient power. If you guys could remember who you've been, you would be like blown away by who you've been. Some of you guys might resonate and connect and know, but for the most part, you guys have no idea who you've been in past lives or how powerful you've been in past lives. Okay? Not anything like you've been in this lifetime. I mean, I know that you guys are powerful and all that in this, but what I mean is like for me, like myself, right? Who I am in this lifetime, like it for sure is who I've been in past lives. Of course, I've always been an oracle. I'm very psychic. I'm a seer. I'm prophetic. I connect. I'm a healer. I heal through touch. I heal through energy. I do all the things, right? But who I am right here in this moment, like I'm powerful. But like in my past lives, like who I've been is like crazy. And I'm learning from my past self a lot. And that's something that I suggest you guys do, is to call on your past life energy. Call on your higher self. Tap in. Who have I been? Show me things. You know, ask and you shall receive. Leave the fear at the door. Leave the phobias at the door. This is a time to act. It's a time to honor yourself. It's a time to truly listen. Because like I said, your guides are really showing you a lot. And for the most part, you're seeing, but you're not seeing it all. And if you are seeing certain things, you're not listening to what you're seeing. You see? You're not applying to your life what you're being shown. You're just being shown it. And you're like, oh, cool. Yeah, I got 444 again. Awesome. I must be doing something right. Right? Temple of the Rose, ancient power, expression, activation, scarlet codes. When you receive these signs, these syncs from the universe, it is time to not only look them up and read about them, but to act upon them. To act upon them. Okay, so let's see what else comes out. Oh, you know what? I started shuffling, but the grandmother card had come out too, and it's all about the grandmothers, your lineage, the grandmothers, the ancestors. It's the women in your lineage, the matriarchal side. Say yes, expand through. Okay, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, I love Dolores Cannon. I love Dolores Cannon. Yeah. I highly suggest reading The Convoluted Universe, all volumes, plus anything else by her. But yeah, beautiful. Open. So I talked all about this since the beginning, about the heartfelt message, about me being open, about me sharing, right, personally, how I've been feeling, what I've been going through. And that it has been an extreme part of life. It's been an extreme part of ascending, integrating, healing, but it has felt extreme. Like you're being pulled through a keyhole. Here it is. There's the confirmation. Yes. Say yes. Expand through the extremes. Expand through the extremes. So you've been feeling you've been going through extremes. Not just little shifts, subtle shifts, but big ones. It's felt very extreme to you, right? Trust life. You're expanding through the extremes. Trust life. This is your second bloom. This Temple of the Rose is here. The Sisters of the Rose are here. Call on Mary Magdalene. Call on Mother Mary. Work with Isis, Kuan Yin, Hathor, White Buffalo Woman. White Buffalo Woman, you know, she's a peacekeeper. She helps to show you how to keep the peace with humanity, with people, with self. We have the Native American energy here too. I highly suggest it. She's one of the Ascended Masters that, you know, you hear about. She's a part of the Hopi prophecy and all that too. But she is very powerful. The bud, potential, promise. It's about to happen. Keep going. That was my message the other day, just a couple days ago. I said, This is about to happen. Don't give up hope now. You're at the finish line. Everything is about to change in your life. You've been going through the painful process of extremes because that's how you shift and transform and change. The seed bursts through the soil up towards the light, but the seed is planted in darkness. Darkness is where creation is born. The dark womb of no thing. That is where we are birthed. That is where we came from. That is where we are transformed and birthed. In the darkness, in the shadow, in the cave, in the death, in the cold, in the barren, in the winter. We do not transform and shift and grow so much when everything's just butterflies and unicorns and rainbows, right? When everything's going good and right? No, we're forced to change and transform with the extremes of life. So embrace your extremes, be in the flow. Don't go against it. Don't try to go against what you're feeling and what's happening in your life. You go with it. It's about to happen. Keep going. And then you have the rose of Venus. Venus, that's what I said in on the community page. I had said something about the light rays that I received in my home last night. I get this kind of stuff all the time, but it was just really beautiful and I felt called to share. But that's what it was. It was the sister, it was like sister of the rose energy. And you'll guys see, if you guys saw the post or if you guys look after this, these colorings, the rays, the way that they showed up and the way the lights were beaming, if you guys did see, you know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of red. There's a lot of red and pinks and turquoises and golden hues, and you got to really look. But you could also see the geometric spheres and like the way that everything's come in, and it's very geometric. And I said, this is Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Isis. I said it's Kuan Yin, and then that's what I said was it's Venusian energy, it's Venus energy with Aphrodite, and this is it right here, the rose of Venus. So this for me is that confirmation. They were showing up in rays of light through the sunlight. The rose of Venus says alignment, flow, the right relationship, and harmony. This is true love, but this is being in a harmonious, loving relationship with yourself. Dating yourself, courting yourself, taking special care of yourself. You know how like when you first you fall in love with someone and you want to just do all the nicest things for them and you want to, just be so sweet and loving, and you buy them sweet little gifts and you might bring them their favorite Starbucks drink, and you always want to make sure they're comfortable, and like if they are at your house, it's like, can I get you anything? Are you okay? Okay, are you thirsty? Right? Or vice versa, people be like that for you because you're in love, because you're so in love, because you want to nurture that person, you want to take care of that person, right? You want to show that person through acts of love that you care and that you love them. Are you doing that for you? Are you loving yourself the way that you would love a partner, a divine counterpart? Are you loving yourself the way, and are you nurturing yourself and taking care of yourself, your own inner child, the way that you would your own child, your own baby, your own child? Are you nurturing yourself in that way? If the answer is no to either of those, right? That's why we're here. Okay, so let me finish reading this. So those of you guys who might resonate with your energy being siphoned off of, these energies could be siphoning your success. I'm going to actually do a reading about this right now. They could be siphoning off of your successes, your abundances, your material wealth, your own energy, like a lot, okay? So you have to work with your guides. You have to make it very clear that that's not okay. You do not allow this. It is not welcome. And that any entities, reptilian energies, archon energies, the grays, any kind of dense energy, darkness, shadow, whatever that is latched onto you, embedded in you, implants, anything, it is not welcome. It's you're reversing it, you're releasing it, it's gotta go. Archangel Michael, come in, do the work, cut it away. It's gotta go. It's not welcome in your energy field. It's gotta go. Okay, and you gotta be very adamant about it. All right, I promise you, and you will start feeling lighter, but you gotta do the work. I can feel it. That's why it came through. Some of you guys are here. This isn't something to scare you, okay? I've been siphoned off of plenty of times. I know how this shit works. I can always feel it. I just recently had to do it for myself again. Okay, it's just, again, responsible with our energy, okay? Time of deep replenishment, physical vessel, rest, right, release. That's what I put. And then I put wash, rinse, and repeat every day spiritually. This is your spiritual wash. Wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. Spiritually speaking. And quite literally speaking, for some of you guys, it's about cleansing more, bathing more. I'm not saying you're not bathing enough. What I mean is, for some, maybe you've been in a depression. Maybe you're only bathing 2 times a week because you're just like, fuck, I don't have it in me. I don't feel like it. Okay? It's time to start cleansing more, because that will, dense, stuck, nasty, dark energy and shadow energy and things like that. Oh, they love when we're down. They love when we're down. That devil energy will come right in and suck right onto that. Right? Keep you down too. Okay, so cleansing. Rest, right, release. That's what I put. Rest, right, release. Meaning replenish your body. Allow yourself to rest. It's okay. If you feel like you want to take a nap at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, in the middle of the day, do it. Why not? Because 40-year-olds aren't supposed to take a nap in the middle of the day? Fuck that. Who says? It's time to rewrite the rules. The rules of your own life, the rules of your journey. We are doing that. We're rewriting the story. We're rewriting the story. We're releasing the old story. Okay? And I say right because a lot of the times that's one way you're going to work your throat chakra, because for some of you guys out there, just like me, I can talk, but I'm an Aries moon. Okay? Even though I got a lot of Venus ruled energy in my chart, my emotions, I'm Aries. That's the Emperor energy, okay, as far as emotions go, okay? Like, I've had exes be like, God, like, you're so fucking detached emotionally sometimes. And I am. But it's not because I don't care or I don't love. It's just because that's just who I am. I'm fire in that regard, right? So writing things to speak my truth and exercise my throat chakra that's how I do it. Rest, right, release. Okay, and then I got some like little quote that came through to me, okay, that I'll share with you guys, and it's just a quote for myself, from me. And I put, "You never reach the end of any road, for the road is ever winding." You never reach the end of any road, for the road is ever winding. I'm not trying to sound like I'm some like Nostradamus, like philosophical like person who comes up with these amazing quotes. But that was something channeled through my higher self. So apparently it is special. You never reach the end of any road, for the road is ever winding. Okay, I'll put it on the community page as well. Hello. So sorry, I'm missing a lot of the comments. You guys, I'm trying to quickly get through this because I have a lot of, like I said, I have 13 personal recorded readings that are going out and uploading. Plus I have more that I'm recording. Plus I have stuff for the channel too, so. Okay, and then I put, all right, this is very important for you guys right now. Very important. Everything I say is for a reason. You know what I mean? And it's for myself too. I don't say anything to you that I don't mean for myself as well, because I am you, you are me, we are one, yeah? There is no separation between myself and you. Aw, thank you for the donation, Lola. Thank you, my love. Thank you. I appreciate you. And of course, you know that I'll send you some of my good jujus, my light language and stuff too. So I got you, girl. I do that for everyone, but of course, anytime that there's an energetic exchange of donation appreciation, I always channel some light language and send love and waves of healing to you and stuff. So, okay, really important. I put the sun activates and heals, the moon. Okay, so the sun activates and heals. You gotta connect to the sunshine. First of all, it's gonna cleanse and clear chakras. It's gonna cleanse your third eye. But it's also very activating and healing and cleansing, clearing for the crown and the solar plexus. It's like a charging station. It's like when you plug your iPhone into charge, okay? That's what happens for these when you sit under the sun, and it cleanses the third eye, it clears it. The moon for your third eye, for your psychic ability, for your intuition, for all the things. So go out and sit under the moon to enhance that third eye, to enhance that psychic ability, to enhance the intuition. Connect to La Luna. Another thing, symbols. Some of you guys, you in past lives, because symbols, magic symbols are very powerful. Unfortunately, a lot of dark magic, black magic is done through symbols, but it's done so blatantly in our face on TV, shows, movies, commercials, through, you know, things like the McDonald's arch. Okay, for example, just things like that, all right? You'll see in signs, there's usually circles or different things, or there could be a clover, or there's always something, okay? Everything means something in this regard, okay? So in your past lives, this kind of goes with the owl thing. You guys are very powerful, high priest, priestesses, right? In past lives, you guys have actually created, okay? And you could be very drawn to symbols, to the runes, to certain kinds of symbols, shapes, things of that nature, you know, for certain reasons, right? But you guys actually created your own, like, symbols, okay? Your own magical symbols, all right? So some of you guys might be remembering or envisioning or seeing or being called to draw something out, and you're like, I have no idea what this is. But it could be something like that, okay? So pay attention to that. And if you feel intuitively called to doodle with things, do it, okay? It's like your past life energy and your higher self coming through and trying to remember, like get you to remember who you are. It's just like runes, how runes are all different like symbols and things, okay? You can actually mix the runes. You can create multiple meanings by, you know, you'll see like some divination, you know, people who work with divination and the runes and stuff, they'll actually combine 3 different runes together and create their own like rune symbol. This is all very, for me, symbolic. So some of you guys might be called to create some of your own magical symbols, also symbols for protection, okay? You might feel called, and I create it, right? To create your own symbol of protection. Maybe have it created into jewelry. You know, wear it, have it up in your home. Put it as a screensaver on your phone. You know, there's just different things. Maybe create your own symbol for wealth, prosperity, for money manifesting, for love manifesting, right? Place it on your altar, doodle it on a paper. This is all how magic works. And it's not really magic, it's just the energy. It's what your intention, what you're doing with it. It's powerful and it's special for you, okay? All right? So there's something here with that. Oh my gosh, you guys, last card here. You guys, the Rose of the Venus was on the bottom of the deck. That was the last one that I pulled and talked about. Alignment. See, you're falling further and further into a very powerful alignment, but you had to go through these extreme lows, or you had to face these extreme darkness points or shadow points or whatever it is in order to have this. Venus, Venusian energy, it's the planet of love, beauty, compassion. It's the Empress energy, Taurus and Libra. The right relationship and harmony, okay? Now, I feel like this knighthood energy too, and this travel card and the ships, it's your ships arriving. Things traveling to you at this time could indicate actual travel, but the knighthood is all about, you know, loyalty, bravery, courage, a warrior. There's a warrior wanting to fight for you. There's someone coming in who will fight for you. And it's all coming in now because you have gone through the fertile void. You see, everything I always say, channel, hear, receive, what I wrote down this morning, it was very powerful for me to share with you. And as we're wrapping up this live, it's circling back to the beginning of what I shared and talked about. The inner winter. Did I not talk about that? Where I've been the last like 4 months, where a lot of you guys have been and still are. It's like we're coming out of this winter. Quite literally, we're coming out of winter, but we're quite literally also coming out of an energy winter, a spiritual winter, where there was a lot happening, but we were in the cold, in the shadows, in the darkness. And here it is. The inner winter. The winter within. Rest. Did I not just say that? Rest, write, release, wash, rinse, repeat spiritually. Rest, patience, potency, secret beginnings. Secret beginnings, potency, rest, patience, the inner winter. You see? It was all for a reason. Let's see what's next. Sub rosa. Hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning, and teaching. That's what I was talking about while we've been in this fertile void, in the darkness, in the shadow. Okay? Notice they say fertile void. It's not just a void, it's a fertile void. Meaning there's a lot of fertility attached to this particular dark night, to this particular depression, to this particular darkness, shadow point. Meaning, when you come out on the other side of it, there's nothing but prosperity and abundance and Empress energy flowing. This is my spiritual deck. I just want to get a couple of these. So I love you guys. I thank you guys for hanging out. I'm getting more of the zodiacs up on the channel. And I'm gonna be recording a reading about this siphoning of dark energies, because right now so many of us are coming out. We're just rising. We're just way up in our frequency. We're rising very high, and there could be some dark energies out there just attaching or wanting to attach. You just gotta be careful. But I feel like for some people out there that there's like people around you who have like latched onto your energy and they're like siphoning it. Focusing on work. Okay, so again, what did I say, my loves? I said that this is a month of it's a reset, right? Reset and then action. Reset, action, focusing on work. It's time to focus, take action, focus on work. I just talked all about past life stuff, all about the Akash, the Akashic. Some of you guys are Akashic readers. You know, that's a part of your spiritual gifts too, much like myself, where you just naturally can tap into people's past lives very easily, or your own. Spiritual armor. Holy shit. Did I not talk about that with the night? I talked all about that, loves. I said that was spiritual armor. I very specifically said that. I said you can see the armor. I said, but that's spiritual armor, meaning you're protected. But you also need to protect yourselves. That's what I said, right? Look at this, spiritual armor. Make sure you're putting on your spiritual armor before you go out and about. Many people desire you because you're a very powerful light warrior. This desire doesn't mean always romantic. People could desire your time, your words, your attention, your healing, okay? They could desire to work with you, be around you, you know? Very last card here. This ties up and takes me into my next message about drained energy. Some of you guys are tired and you're feeling way down, and it's not you. It's you're being siphoned off of because you have snakes in the circle. Watch out for that. And then look at that drained energy. Yep. All right, your Pleiadian family is here. That's another thing I'm going to be talking about. Yes, Johnny, you got it all figured out. I think you worship the devil by giving your power away to a false deity that does not exist. We are God consciousness. God is within me. It is within you. I work very closely with Mother Mary and archangels and Jesus and Mary Magdalene. And I could probably tell you more about the Bible than you would ever hope to know, sweetheart. And that's how I know. Yeah, oh, Johnny. We wish you healing, Johnny. We really do. We really do. So, unfortunately, Jesus did not die on the cross for our sins. That's a lie. That's a patriarchal rule made up to control. And it's doing such a good job controlling you because look at you. You're so triggered by the true light. By the true light. Oh, you guys, let's all tap our hearts and send Johnny love. He's talking about Ouija boards, and he wants to say that we're possessed. My God, the demons are working through you, honey. So I send you love. I'm gonna go ahead and block you. Okay. And that's what they do. They come in and they try to trigger. This is my point being, okay? And this is what we're talking about. Even those that, right, we know better, that walk in the light, okay? It's very false in so many ways. So, you know, that's why we are incarnated here at this time, and that's why we are here doing the work that we're doing. Is to help these kinds of lost souls and to help transmute their shadow energy. And as you can see how the patriarchal rule and what's been written in the Bible and everything else. Look what it's done to people. I mean, they literally think that this is demon work, even though I was born with my gifts. But I'm possessed by the devil. You're possessed by a 3D matrix devil and patriarchal rule. And that's what we're here to transmute. So anyways, I send love to everybody. And you guys, stay tuned for the next message, because literally, look, bottom of the deck is Pachamama. Pachamama. Grounding, love, connection, and unity. Okay, so the next message, the video that I'm going to be recording right now, it's going to be all about that. It's going to be about the siphoning of energy, actual dark entities, reptilians, the archon energies, the grays, etc., and how a lot of it is being siphoned off of people of the light and things of that nature. Pachamama, it's a time of grounding, but it's a time of unification, love, and balance, okay? So I'm gonna just be talking about that, how important it is, because you guys are that, and if you're feeling certain ways, this is what you could do to help that, okay? So that's what I'm gonna be talking about, and look at this, snakes in your circle. You see, guys, there will always be snakes in grass, right? And all we have to do is make sure that we are wearing our spiritual armor and staying aligned in love, okay? So don't, giving our energy away to certain people who are just angry and hateful and project, like, that's why I say, like, tap our hearts and just send them love, and then, like, leave it at that, right? Because it's just, it is what it is, right? Like, all we can do is send the light to them and send love to them, and then just pray for them. That's it, right? And then continue on our own healing journey with love and light, and raise the consciousness of this 5D earth, because the people who do not align to it and who cling to the 3D matrix, they will be eradicated. That it's just as simple as that. Where this earth is going, there's no room for that. So, I don't know. So anyways, I'm sure that you guys also saw my thing about me starting my Patreon last night. I started setting it all up. I still have to, like, fill out the little, like, bio and do all that stuff. Because you actually have to be on the PC, like the site, like the Patreon app. You can't, it's just like YouTube. You can't, like, go and, like, set up your whole YouTube thing through the YouTube Studio app. You have to do it all, like, through the mobile site and stuff like that. So I'm getting it going, and I love you guys, and I will see you guys very soon. Hang in there. Know that you guys are never alone, that we're all doing this beautiful work together, that, it wouldn't be healing if there wasn't pain. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. The crack is how the light gets in. You know what I mean? So we've had to be cracked over the head several times, many times, for that light to get in. And the universe will keep cracking people over the head until that light gets in, until they finally get it and wake up, right? So anyways, I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Mwah. Bye, my loves.